Good morning, greetings, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other health care practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 32 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of biology, what is in the world of the body, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, regenerating, renewing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, the longevity products, our Truth Skin Health products, which are all available at truthtreatments.com. If you want to comment or success story you'd like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on The Bright Side, head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, and make sure you click on the Join the Team link if you want to start yourself a longevity business, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're entrepreneurially minded, if you want to work for yourself, if you want to make a supplemental income right off your home office, right off your mileage, if you want to help change the world at the level, the most fundamental level there is, which is the level of good health. You want a win-win business opportunity for a one-time $25 fee. You can start a longevity business. Click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 for a one-time $25 fee. You can be in business for yourself. You can be in the nutrition business. Call 866-735-2470 or head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com and click on the Join the Team link at the website. All right, welcome back to The Bright Side, friends. We have been talking about enzymes, the carriers of the life force. We said there's three different kinds of enzymes. You have enzymes that speed up all enzymes speed up chemistry, speed up chemical reactions. Scientists call that catalysis. Catalysts. Catalyst is something that speeds up a chemical reaction. Chemical reactions would not occur anywhere near at the rate they need to occur for life to happen without enzymes. Thus, enzymes are said to be the carriers of the life force. Enzymes come in three different varieties. You have enzymes that facilitate general chemistry. Those are called metabolic enzymes. You have enzymes that break up foods. Those are called digestive enzymes. And then you have enzymes that are found inside foods. They're found inside what we eat. Those are called food enzymes. We've been talking about the idea, first promoted by Dr. Edward Howell at the beginning part of the 20th century, 1920s or 1930s, that all three of these enzymes, food enzymes, metabolic enzymes, and digestive enzymes, form a generic, interchangeable enzyme pool in the body. And this concept is very important and has several implications. Number one, it means we can improve our metabolism. We can improve our chemistry. Metabolism is nothing more than the sum total of chemical reactions in the body. We can improve our metabolism. We can make chemistry happen in the body more effectively by eating enzymes, by eating foods that contain enzymes, by eating enzyme-rich foods, because all the enzymes go into one big enzyme pool in the body. When you eat enzyme-rich foods, you can support your metabolic enzymes, your enzymes of chemistry. Eating sprouts, eating veggies, eating fruits, eggs, unprocessed honey, sauerkraut, other fermented foods. These are all enzyme rich, and when we ingest these foods which contain the enzymes, when we eat these enzymes, we help our metabolism. We improve our metabolic enzymes. We improve the amount of metabolic enzymes that we have. Conversely, it means that when we subsist, as most of us do, on enzyme poor foods, on enzymeless foods, on dead foods, on processed foods, in general, processed foods are foods that do not have enzymes in them, and most of us are living on those kinds of foods. Cooking destroys enzymes. So if you're living on cooked foods, mostly cooked foods, you're pretty much going to be depriving yourself of a great way of putting enzymes into the body. So on the one hand, by eating enzymes, you support your metabolism. On the other hand, by eating enzymeless foods, you suppress your metabolism. Number two, because all enzymes that are ingested go into this generic enzyme pool, it means you can supplement with digestive enzymes and improve your metabolism. They're called digestive enzymes, but it's important to recognize that because all enzymes go into a general pool, when you eat digestive enzyme supplements, when you swallow your ultimate enzyme pills, you're improving your chemistry, not just your digestion. That's why I always say it's important to take digestive enzymes on an empty stomach, and that way you'll be able to increase the amount of enzymes that are available for just general chemistry. If you take your enzymes with food, they'll go, your ultimate enzymes, that is, your enzyme supplements with food, they'll go into helping digestion. Not a bad thing, of course, but if you want to improve metabolism, if you want to upregulate the life force, if you want to improve the life force, take your ultimate enzymes on an empty stomach. They'll go into your general enzyme pool, and your body will be able to use these enzymes for metabolism, for chemistry. So your ultimate enzymes are just a great longevity supplement, a great health supplement, not just for digestion. And then, number three, because all enzymes go into a general pool, it means the more enzymes we expend on digestion, the less enzymes we're going to have for metabolism. If we're eating a lot of food, particularly if we're eating a lot of dead food, enzyme poor food, processed food, we're going to end up using up our digestive enzymes, which means we're going to have less enzymes available for metabolism. We're going to have less enzymes available for detoxification. We're going to have less enzymes available for healing. We're going to have less enzymes available to fight disease. Basically, it comes down to, do we want to expend our enzymes digesting our food, or do we want to expend our enzymes increasing our longevity? This is one important reason. This is a major reason why the calorie-restricted diet, the CRON diet, C-R-O-N, calorie restriction, optimum nutrition, is so important for health and longevity. This is why the less you eat, the longer you live. The less you eat, the less enzymes you're using up for digestion, the more enzymes you're going to have for longevity. The calorie-restricted diet works, partially at least, because it's an enzyme-sparing diet. Do you want to spend your enzymes digesting your meals, or do you want to spend your enzymes fighting cancer? Do you want to spend your enzymes digesting your foods, or do you want to spend your enzymes living longer, looking healthier, being healthier? Enzymes work incredibly fast. One enzyme is capable of facilitating or catalyzing thousands of chemical reactions a second. How does that even happen? Well, it happens because of electricity. Enzymes work electrically. They change electrical fields. They manipulate electrical fields within molecules and between molecules. Enzymes are electrically active substances that change the electrical fields within a cell. Scientists call this electrical field catalysis, which basically means that the deformation of electrical fields makes chemistry inside a cell happen. The unit of life in biology, the unit of life in the body, is the cell. I've always said all disease is cell disease. All health is cell health. When we are healthy, we are cellularly healthy. That means that if you take care of one cell, you're going to be taking care of all cells. If you give your body what one cell needs, you're going to be giving your body what all cells need. It also means that if you're sick, you need to address the cell. You need to be feeding the cell. We need to be oxygenating the cell. We need to be detoxifying the cell. We need to be helping the cell improve its ability to utilize energy, and that's where enzymes come into the picture. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll take a commercial break and come back with more good health information on the bright side.
Compliment your
On the bright side, Pharmacist Ben here, and we do have lines open for you at 844-236-6010. We'll get your calls in our next segment, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, our Truth Skin Health products, anything we're speaking about here today, and of course, if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you want to contribute to the conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase longevity products, head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. And if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. All right, so we're talking about enzymes and bioelectricity. I'm just absolutely fascinated with this idea of bioelectricity. We don't talk about it anywhere near enough, in my opinion. The body is fundamentally an electrical system. Nutrients work because they're electrical. Enzymes work because they're electrical. Everything works in the body because it's electrical. When we're sick, we're electrically sick. That is, our electrical energy drops. When we're healthy, our electrical energy is flowing as it should. Nutrients work because of electricity. The more you can do to support electrical energy using eating unprocessed foods, enzyme-rich foods, nutrient-rich foods, going out in the sun. This is one of the reasons why the sun is so important. You know, we're solar organic beings. We get energy from the sun, literally, not just emotionally energy. We don't just feel emotionally energized. We are solar beings in the sense that we have the cells in our skin absorb solar energy, photonic energy, and turn it into electrical energy. That's pretty darn amazing. That's basically how a plant works. A plant turns the sunshine into electricity, turns photons into electrons. A photon is a unit of light, and an electron is a unit of electricity. Photons get turned into electrons by plants. Photons get turned to electrons by cells in the body, or by cells in the skin. Anybody who tells you not to be out in the sun doesn't understand the electrical energy of the skin and the electrical energy of the body. Earthing, walking barefoot on the earth, is one way you can upregulate electrical energy in the body. It all comes down to how a cell works. The unit of life in the body is the cell. When we're sick, we're cellularly sick. When we're cellularly sick, our cells don't have the energy that they need to do their work. The cell responds fundamentally to electricity, only secondarily to chemistry. In other words, chemistry only works because of electricity. Chemicals carry electrons. Chemicals carry electricity. Chemistry is about electricity. Chemistry shunts and directs and absorbs and releases electricity at the most fundamental level. It's all about electricity, or actually it's all about pieces of electricity, which are called electrons. An electron is a piece of electricity. It's a quantum piece of electricity, millions and millions and millions and millions of times smaller than anything we could see. It's quantum electricity. It's the essence of the quantum world. We are quantum beings. We don't talk about that when we talk about health, but it deprives us of understanding how the body works, not to think of ourselves as quantum. We're quantum beings. And I know that's kind of an overwhelming and abstract and obscure kind of subject. You don't have to know a lot about quantum chemistry, as fascinating as it is, in order to be healthy. But if you understand that the body's quantum, you can see why our medical model doesn't work, because our medical model works at the gross level, at the macro level. Our beliefs and our understandings about the body are macro beliefs. We see the world and we see our body with our eyes. We don't see it at the quantum level, and that deprives us of an avenue of health. It deprives us of a way that we can manipulate the body for health. We live in a quantum world. We have quantum bodies. It all operates by quantum laws. And it's all about electricity or electrons. Electricity is the macroscopic version of electrons. When we think of electricity, we think of machines, we think of lights, we think of computers and fans and television sets. That's electricity. Quantum electricity is a little bit different in the sense that it's little pieces of electricity. The cell doesn't necessarily work with electricity. It works with electrons. It works with, because cells are so small. Yeah, you could probably say it's electricity, but it's really just pieces of electricity. Cell membranes hold on to pieces of electricity and then release those pieces of electricity. Chemistry in the body, chemistry inside a cell works the same way. The classic example of the movement of electricity and the movement of electrons is a fire. A fire is nothing more than a jumping of electrons, a jumping of pieces of electricity. That's why nobody can hold a fire, because a fire is not a thing. A fire is not a noun. A fire is a verb. A fire is just movement. It's the movement of electrical energy. It's a flow. And a fire is an electrical phenomenon. Fire is electricity. Even though it doesn't seem like it's electricity, it's exactly the same thing from a quantum level. Both fire and electricity represent the flow of pieces of electricity. In this way, because everything in the body is electricity, everything in the body is a type of fire. Ancient people called it cosmic fire. All of reality, the whole universe is really cosmic fire. It's all electricity. Why is this important? Well, we can eat electricity. We can eat quantum. We can eat electrons, nutrients, that is vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. They are nothing more than temporary holding places. And when I say temporary, I mean split seconds, nanoseconds. They're holding places for pieces of electricity. Body doesn't like to have random electricity. It doesn't want fire just randomly burning through the body. The fire has to be held in specific shapes. And those specific shapes are what we call nutrients. Fire that's held in specific shapes form vitamin shapes, form mineral shapes, especially mineral shapes, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. These are temporary holding spots for electrical energy, in essence, shapes of electrical energy, specific configurations of electricity, and that's all chemistry is. It's just shape-shifting of energetic forms under the regulation of some kind of divine intelligence. It's not our brains that do it. There is some divine intelligence, nobody has any idea what it is, that allows a cell to know how to shape-shift specific configurations of electrical energy. And we don't have any control over this consciously. All we can do is provide the raw material. And then the body does it on its own. All we got to do is provide. How amazing is that? We just provide the raw material. That's all we do. All we got to do is eat correctly, breathe correctly, make sure we're moving our bodies. When you move your bodies, you help facilitate the movement of electrical energy. We don't have to do anything more than provide the body with the raw materials and a clean place to do its work. Healing is voltage. That's what Jerry Tennant says in his book. Healing is voltage. Really easy to understand book. Really explains the whole concept of cellular voltage and health. Voltage, by the way, is just push. Voltage represents, or pull. Negative voltage is pull. Positive voltage is push. When electricity is pushed, it is said to have a positive voltage. When electricity is pulled, it's said to have a negative voltage. If you've ever heard of the concept of alkalinization of the body, or alkalinizing the body, you're talking about giving the body more pull. We'll talk about that here in a second. Another really great book about the electricity of the body and the way health is related to voltage is The Body Electric, which we've talked about in the past by Dr. Robert Becker. He wrote the book in the mid-1980s, and he noticed that there was a very important relationship between damage to the body and the health of the body and the voltage of the body, specifically the voltage and the health of the cells. All right, got to take a break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back on the bright side right after this. Okay, we're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on the archive page, brightsideben.com. You can also head to brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com for all the longevity products. And if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, you can click on the link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Also want to remind you to check out our True Skin Health products. We have 3 new products coming out here in the next probably week or so. First one should be out next week. Our hyaluronic mineral hydrator made with hyaluronic acid and bioelectrical plant-derived polyelectrolytes, fulvic minerals. Also have an energizing exfoliator, low pH exfoliator. pH being a measurement of electron flow, of electricity flow. Acid represents a push. Acid represents a improvement in the movement of electrons. Electricity, this is why you want, we're going to talk about this in the coming days. This is why you want to put acid on top of your skin. Acid on top of your skin delivers electrical energy to the skin in the same way that alkaline pulls electricity, why you want the inside of the body in a pulling state. In an electricity pulling state, so electricity can be pulled out from foods on the skin. You want electricity in a positive state, in a positive voltage state, in a push state. You want to be pushing electricity in the skin. When you push electrons into the skin, you improve healing, you improve the health of the tissue. That's why you always want to put acid on top of the skin. Not a lot of acid, but just enough to get an electron push. Our energizing exfoliator will be out in the next couple of weeks, sometime in the next couple of weeks. You can get all our Truth products at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. All right, got lines open at 844-236-6010. We'll get your calls here in just a moment. I want to read a couple of stories here first. Let's see here. This is from JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association Psychiatry, JAMA Psychiatry. Increasing one's level of physical activity may be an effective way to boost one's mood, according to a new study from a team of scientists at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health in collaboration with the National Institute of Mental Health. Researchers found that increasing physical activity tend to be followed by increases in mood and perceived energy levels. How do you like that? And by the way, the beneficial effect was even more pronounced for a subset of study subjects who had bipolar disorder. That means the more you move, the more energy you have. If you're feeling low energy, moving the body is a great way to increase energy. This is kind of counterproductive. Sometimes you just don't feel like moving. That's when you're supposed to be moving, at least some of the time. If you're in pain when you move, you don't necessarily want to do it. But sometimes you just feel lazy. You feel slothful. You don't want to get off the couch. That's your body telling you it's time to get off the couch. It turns out that the more you move, the more energy you'll have. Why? Well, when you move, your blood circulates more effectively, and as your fluids in general circulate more effectively, and as your fluids circulate, they're generating an electrical charge. Remember, it's all electricity, folks. Electricity flows more effectively when the fluids in the body are moving. The fluids in the body carry minerals and carry what are called colloids. Colloids are, you've heard of colloidal particles. Colloids are electrically charged particles, large electrically charged particles, relatively large. And between the relatively large particles called colloids, proteins mostly, little tiny proteins, these electrically charged particles in the blood, electrolyte minerals like potassium and magnesium and colloids like albumin flow around in the blood. They generate an electrical charge. The more you move, the more movement you get of these electrically charged particles, the more bioelectricity you will have, the more energy you'll feel, and the better your mood will be. And it doesn't take a lot. Just get on a rebounder. If you feel like you're coming down with a cold, get on a rebounder. If you're depressed, get on a rebounder. First thing in the morning, get on a rebounder. Especially if you're feeling like you're getting a cold. You'll notice that when you feel like you're getting a cold, it's almost like you're in molasses. Right? If you're sensitive to your body, you'll notice that right before you get a cold, you'll feel like you're kind of sluggish. The mucus is like a physical representation of the sluggishness and energy. If you can catch your cold early enough and start moving your body early enough, you'll find that you won't even get a cold. You won't even get sick. All right. This is from the University of Basel, Switzerland, published in the journal Cell. Lethal combination drug cocktail turns off the juice to cancer cells. A widely used diabetes medication combined with an antihypertensive drug specifically inhibits tumor growth. How? By switching off their energy supply, by switching off the energy supply to cells. Yes, they use these drugs now, or at least in the study, they use these drugs, metformin specifically, and then an antihypertensive drug, a blood pressure lowering drug to cut off the energy to cells. Well, yeah, you're going to cut off the energy to cancer cells, but you're going to cut off the energy to all cells. This is what drugs do. This is what blocker drugs do. This is what inhibitor drugs do. They shut off the energy flow to cells. So now the medical model in its infinite wisdom figures, well, if drugs shut off the energy flow to cells, we can use them for cancer. Because cancer is a high energy state. Of course, never mind the fact that you're going to shut off the energy to all cells and you're going to cause toxicity in the body. This is the desperation the medical model has for dealing with cancer. A cancer cell is a cell that has become cancerous because it didn't have enough energy in the first place. So now it has gone into a way of growing and a way of living that allows it to really, really use energy. It overrides the energy suppressant effects of inflammation. It overrides the energy suppressant effects of malnutrition. It overrides the energy suppressant effects of detoxification and switches into an ancient form of growth that is super high energy. So instead of figuring out how do we put energy back in the body, the medical model says, well, we're just going to shut off the energy to the cells. Sure, you might suppress the cancer cells, but you're going to suppress the growth of all cells. You're going to suppress healing. You're going to suppress wellness. And this, in a nutshell, is the problem with the medical model, with the problem of the pharmaco-medical model. It doesn't understand the energy nature of the body, so it feels very comfortable shutting off energy, shutting off the stream of energy in order to take care of cancer. Cancer doesn't occur until a cell is completely at its wit's end and has no other way of existing. And in fact, cancer represents an incredibly intelligent adaptation from a cell's perspective. Not from our perspective, not from the organism's perspective, but from a cell's perspective. Cancer represents an brilliant adaptation. In order for a cell to become an animal cell, it has to be very, very, very intelligent. It has to have all of its machinery divide. It has to have its work divided. It has to have, how shall I put it here? It has to have a division of labor. There has to be a lot of different working parts in order for a cell, an animal cell, to work correctly. There have to be lots and lots of working parts. A cancer cell doesn't have lots and lots of working parts. Lots and lots of working parts require energy to be directed into specific areas. It requires a lot of intelligence. A cell that doesn't have enough energy to divide itself into divide its internal organs, internal structures, its organelles into working parts says screw it. All I'm going to do is just divide. All I'm just going to do is grow. If they're not going to give me enough energy so that I can make my mitochondria work, and I can make my cellular skeleton work, and I can make my lysosomes work, and I can make my nucleus work, screw it. I'm just going to divide like crazy. And that's what a cancer cell says. And that's what a cancer cell is. It's just a cell that's dividing like crazy because we haven't been taking care of it. Back on the bright side, we'll continue talking about bioelectricity and enzymes. Bioelectricity is going to be our subject for the next few days. Health is electrical, health is voltage. Get the book Healing is Voltage by Dr. Jerry Tennant if you want a really interesting read on bioelectricity. The Body Electric by Dr. Robert Becker is also interesting, a little bit harder to read than Jerry's book, than Dr. Tennant's book. In any case, we'll continue talking about bioelectricity in the coming episodes. On the bright side, time to hit the phones, 844-236-6010. Good morning, Nancy in Pennsylvania. What's going on?
I have a friend in her 40s. She's got macular degeneration to the point of almost being totally blind. Of course, the medical community says it's genetic and hopeless, and I know you have an answer.
That's nonsense. Yep. Here's the thing. Macular degeneration doesn't usually occur until you're in your 60s or 70s. So if she's in her 40s and she's breaking down, there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay.
Bad news is she's breaking down really fast, too fast. The good news is that when you break down that fast, that means something is going on. Something serious is going on inside the body in terms of biochemistry. And once you correct that, you're going to correct the macular degeneration. So she's got to be a very sick woman. There's got to be something wrong. Is she on any prescription drugs? Has she been diagnosed as a diabetic? Does she have an autoimmune disease? What's going on? She's got to have other things.
Nothing so far that she knows of.
Okay, well, that's the key right there, that she knows of. If she has macular degeneration in her 40s, that means her body is breaking down significantly enough that it will show up in other places. The fact that she's not aware of those is very, very important because it means she's missing key signs, key areas that she can work on. So first things first, without being able to absorb nutrients, you're not going to be able to fix any kind of degeneration. When you have macular degeneration, the operative word, the most important word in that diagnosis is degeneration, not macular. It's the degeneration that's the problem, not the macula. The macula is a little part of the eye, the center of the eye, that's breaking down. The center of the eye is very responsive to light, and so it tends to break down fast, especially, if you're out there and living like most of us in the daytime in the sun. So what you got to do is you got to work on the degenerative part, not the macular part. What you want to do is figure out why is her body degenerating. If it's degenerating the macula, it's degenerating in the joints, it's degenerating in the digestive tract, it's degenerating the blood vessels, it's degenerating everywhere. So we got to reverse the degeneration. We got to go into regeneration from degeneration. The only reason the body does not regenerate, the only reason the body degenerates is because of nutritional issues, because of toxicity issues, and because of oxygen issues. So first things first, let's get her nutriated. Now, if she has any digestive problems, and I guarantee she does, she's got to correct those, but I'm just going to move past that point because I want to get into some of the nutritional aspects. Number one, she needs to be working with electrical nutrients, that is electrolytes, B vitamins, and fats. Also, you can throw into their pigments and minerals. Electrolytes, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sodium. You get those from fruits and vegetables. Your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Vegetable juices. Vegetable juices will give her the advantage. Will give her pigments as well. And pigments are also very important for the eyes. Pigments being highly electrical. Pigments and electrolytes are both super electrical. Vegetable juices give you both. Beyond Tangy Tangerine will give you electrolytes. Soups are a good source of electrolytes, particularly bone soup. And then if she's doing her vegetables, she should always mix her vegetables with a little bit of fat to help pull those pigments out. Vitamin C is very important for macular degeneration, for the eyes in general, for connective tissue in general, for regeneration in general. Essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3s, are rich sources of electrical energy, of electrons specifically. Omega-3s especially for the eyes, for anti-inflammation. She wants a couple of just quick supplements to take. The Occutive and the Vision FX from Youngevity are two good eye supplements. But until she focuses on the digestive system and the blood sugar system and the general body health, just taking the Occutive and the Vision FX is going to be a drop in the bucket. As far as building the digestive tract goes, bone soup, glucogel caps, probiotics, the nightly essence, her ultimate enzymes. As far as stabilizing the blood sugar and macular degeneration and messed up blood sugar go hand in hand, chromium and vanadium, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Osteomag, Ultimate Niacin. And then more specifically for the eyes, although as I say, until you take care of the digestive system and the blood sugar system and general health, it doesn't really help you to go just for the eyes. But as far as just the eyes go, NAC, vitamin E, the amino acid taurine, Taurine, selenium and sulfur both. The ultimate selenium from Youngevity, maybe 600 micrograms a day, and then MSM sulfur, maybe a gram or so a day. And then she could throw in, as I say, the Occutive and the Vision FX. But take care of the overall health, because the operative word is in macular degeneration is the degeneration, not the macular. So you want to make sure the body's regenerating as opposed to degenerating, and that involves all the things that we talk about for general health, in addition to working on the gut and in addition to working on the gut and the digestive system. She can also throw in those nutrients that are more specific for the eyes. Okay, hope that helps, Nancy. I got a bunch of calls I want to get to. Thank you so much for calling. Steve in California, what's going on?
Hi. I want to ask you, I have BHP. I went to the urologist, and he put me
on... What's BH? Oh, BPH. Prostate?
He put me on finasteride and tamsulosin last week. So he says I have an enlarged prostate, and it's making me retain urine. And I'm wondering if there's something that I can take other than finasteride or tamsulosin.
Absolutely. Finasteride is a hormone-controlling substance. It works with testosterone and something called DHT. I'm not a big believer in any of those drugs, especially finasteride. Finasteride, by the way, is also used. It's also called Propecia. It's also used for your hair. Turns out that the same biochemical tweaking that finasteride does for your prostate also makes your hair grow, but not really. It makes little peach fuzz grow. But anyway, prostate's a fatty organ. Think fats and fat absorption and staying away from the wrong fats. Vitamin E, zinc, ProstFX from longevity, vitamin C, staying away from French fries and potato chips and all kinds of processed fats, using omega-3 fats, your ultimate EFAs, digestive enzymes that help your body process fats, and then beta-sitosterol. Beta-sitosterol, one of the all-time great prostate supplements. It's in the ProstFX. Go ahead.
Does longevity sell that?
Yes, it's in the ProstFX. But personally, I would take even extra. Take the ProstFX and then go get some straight beta-sitosterol, beta-sitosterol, depending on how you want to say it.
ProstFX, okay.
Yes, it's in the ProstFX. And then anything for fats, improving fat metabolism, staying away from bad fats, using essential fatty acids and fatty vitamins, and then fatty minerals, particularly zinc and selenium, which are very important for the prostate. Okay. Steve, I hope I helped you, buddy. Thanks for your call. Let's go to Laura Lee in Montana and say good morning. Welcome to the Bright Side, Laura Lee.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Laura Lee?
Well, I have a question about LDN. Low dose
naltrexone.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think about that for MS?
For pain? You're talking about for pain? For pain, right?
No, I'm hoping it will help a lot of issues with my organs.
Here's the thing on LDN, okay? You're not taking care of the problem. LDN, low dose naltrexone, is a block. It blocks opioids. So they give you naltrexone if you're a opioid addict and you're having you overdose on heroin or opioids of any kind, they'll give you naltrexone because it blocks the opioids. Low-dose naltrexone blocks opioids as well, but it's not a big dose of it's not a huge dose. That's why they call it low-dose naltrexone. So it doesn't completely block opioids. It just blocks them enough so that your body will make more. In other words, your body makes its own opioids. Low-dose naltrexone blocks it slightly, and in response to that blockade, your body makes more. And that's how low-dose naltrexone works. That's the mechanism. It's a compensatory elevation in your own natural opioids. So it works for pain, and it works quite well for pain, I will say. But it's not a cure for the problem. No. The problem when you have MS is the body is inflaming inappropriately, and always, 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 when you have inflammation, you have a defensive response. This is one of the most important ideas that we talk about on this program, that I talk about when I do any of my presentations or whenever I get interviewed. Inflammation is a protective response. Immunity is inflammation. Autoimmunity is a protective response. When you have a protective response, you want to figure out what is the offending agent, and almost always it's going to be food, MS, autoimmune diseases, all kinds of pain that are due to inflammation need to be considered protective responses. Eliminate the offending agent is your main strategy, and that means working with foods. That's where the intermittent fasting and dietary strategies come in. Wish I had more time, Laura Lee. That's it. We're just out of time on the Bright Side. Thanks for listening. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.